Welcome again to another edition of Smart Money, a program where we are helping you to invest like a professional. In the last segment, we were talking about a number of issues, especially what someone who wants to invest needs to do to be ready. So for this segment, we're going to be talking about how you can get started as an investor, some basics to get you started. So because we've received so many questions from some of you who are following us on YouTube and also on our Facebook page. And I think the most key question you are asking was, how do we get started? So you need to approach an intermediary. So this could be a stockbroker or asset manager. So a stockbroker is probably the most preferred. There's so many channels that you can use for you to get started. One of the channels is to use mobile using a system called C-Trade, where you can be trading on your own on the phone. But you can also use RANGA Direct, which is an online trading platform run by the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange. Or you can approach a stockbroker to help you with your trades. What determines the platform that you're going to be selecting is the amount of money that you want to spend on the market. So for smaller amounts, it's recommended that you resort to C-Trade, and as you get a bit more, maybe use RANGA Direct. And if you want to trade huge amounts, then it makes sense for you to be approaching the stockbroker. Maybe to put it into a proper perspective, the minimum for you to start trading using the C-Trade is 500 Zimbabwean dollars. That's the same minimum also that is required even for the RANGA Direct. But then when you want to approach a stockbroker now for them to execute your specific trades, that might require a bit more money depending on the broker that you want to use. So that's the starting point. You approach an intermediary or you use these platforms. Make sure that you're funded your position. You need to have the money first for you to trade, because the system will not allow you to start trading before you've funded it. So make sure you've got your money. Depending on the system, the platform that you choose, you will be required to be paying using whatever options that are there and are available. So that is the starting point. And if you are going to be using an intermediary, you expect some of them to be providing some advisory services to you, maybe advising you on what kind of stocks you need to pick. But if you are doing that on your own, then it means you need to be able to do some stock selection on your own. So that is quite some work for an investor who is starting. And I've tended to see some investors, usually when they're starting, they're just going for the things that look cheap in the sense of dollar stocks or below dollar stocks, or what we call penny stocks. But that's not necessarily the best thing to do. You want to look for something that has got a higher chance of giving you a return both in terms of being able to give you dividends, but also being able to give you some capital gains. So it may be something that today has got a higher outlay per share, but still has got potential to move even higher. So just because you are a retail investor who is getting started, it doesn't mean you have to look for the cheapest thing, something that costs the least amount, because it may be cheap for a reason, and it may not be able to provide you with the returns that you are looking for. So it's important to talk to a professional that will then guide you depending on your return objectives, your risk tolerance, and also your other unique characteristics. So those are the things that you need to be careful about. Then the next issue will be issues to do with information that you require. That is the issue that we're going to be covering in the next recording. So there's certain basic information that you require. Maybe just a rundown. You need to know, have some appreciation of economic issues that are happening, and also appreciate the fundamentals or the dynamics of companies that are listed. For starters, you need to know, all the companies that are listed and what they do, and what makes, how they deliver value, how they create value to their shareholders, the key drivers of value and profitability before you get started. So that is very important. So this information, you can get it from your stockbroker. You need to have a relationship with a stockbroker in one form or another, even if you are trading on your own. Otherwise, it's a very complex and technical market that you can just dive into on your own without any expert advice that you get from time to time. So for now, let's end it here, and maybe the next segment we'll look at how you can access the information, and also just to help you know areas where you can look for certain information, in particular basic things like a price sheet and how it's interpreted. So that's what you're going to be looking at. Thank you very much for watching this recording, and once again, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and also like our Facebook page. Remember, I'm Vincent.